You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, we're ready.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Yeah, we're doing something special. We're doing yet another game in the same day with the same people, just because we have the spare time to do it. And we thought it would be fun. Today, this session, I will be the DM. Then, man, now everyone has DMs that's here today. Huh. Anyway, today the group will be exploring an unexplored continent or island. Do you guys want to introduce your characters and tell the audience what your characters are?
I'll go first if it doesn't matter.
Oh my.
Alrighty. My character's name is Budar. He is a bugbear fighter, and he's pretty buff, I guess. He's super strong. He's not very bright. He tends to just take what he wants and do whatever he wants. He's pretty stoic at times, but other times he just will wander off and do random things. Other than that, he's just an interesting tank of a man.
Nice pun.
My character's name is Jin.
Alright.
He's a bugbear. Storm sorcerer. Sorcerer pirate.
Okay.
Laid back person. During his time on the ship, he didn't do much of anything except sleep and when it came time to raid, pretty much the one blasting the ship and the side of the other ship. That works.
So this ship is kind of... You're used to being on ships.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, my character is pretty indifferent to the ship.
Okay. Because where we're starting off, you guys have already been on the ship for 2 weeks, so...
Okay.
Yeah, Budar doesn't talk much, but if you talk to him, he'll listen, but he doesn't really talk too much.
Okay. So yeah, the captain of this ship, the ship is named the Lucky Gull, and the captain of this ship is a warforged named Sinbad.
Alrighty.
He's kind of a funky looking warforged. He stands about 6.5 feet tall, and he is definitely a gunsmith. Loves inventing and making guns, and more powerful ones too. But the thing is he could make a lot of money doing it, but he just doesn't have the heart to sell his creations. So yeah.
Ready?
And he's the one named character on the ship. The others are just golems that run the ship that he made.
Alright.
Made man.
Yeah. For a fact, when you guys talk to him, it seems as if you're the first people he's actually talked to in like 10 years.
Well, I don't talk to him, so... I wouldn't know that.
Pardon me, talked to. Because he periodically tries to strike up conversations with you guys. Very awkward ones.
I sort of just have my arms crossed and look down at him, because I am technically taller than him.
Yeah. What was your character's name again? Sorry, I forgot.
Jin.
Jin. He tries to talk to Jin. Is Jin a talker?
Hold on, it's ringing in my ear. He's I guess. I mean, I never really thought about that, but he doesn't mind people. He just prefers.
He's pretty indifferent.
Talk to, I guess. So if you try to strike a conversation, he'll talk to you, bored, and walks away.
Okay. So, okay.
He's a good person when you get to know him, but
if you don't, he'll just walk away. Okay. So, yeah. So, you guys at this point have been sailing for about 2 weeks on the open sea. You haven't seen land. You did come across an island that seemed to follow you for a bit, and it made Sinbad kind of nervous, but it eventually, after a couple days, it's disappeared.
Okay.
Sinbad said there's many things, especially getting to this part in the sea. This is why it hasn't really been explored, is because the ocean in these parts is so dangerous that most don't come back.
It sounds like my sister may be around here somewhere.
Yeah.
If the Warforged Sinbad, if he panics too much, I'll speak one of my rare times that I speak, and I'll just go up and put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Calm down."
He doesn't seem to panic. He just, if you make, let's say, roll insight checks, and let's say you rolled high enough, you could definitely tell that he's a little nervous.
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Insight. I got a 5.
Yeah, he just looks fine to you.
Okay. I'll just ignore him then.
Yeah. Yeah. So it is now nighttime. The next day is coming. So, do you guys want to go rest, or are you gonna stay up all night and keep an eye on things?
I'm going to rest.
I'll stay up a bit, but then I'll go.
Okay, like how many hours?
I'll stay up an hour.
Okay. Make it a perception check then.
Alright. 19.
Okay. As you know, you're kind of watching and just kind of leaning over to the side, and you briefly think you see what looks to be a giant eye underneath the ocean surface, very briefly.
A giant what?
A giant eye.
Oh, an eyeball.
Yeah, just underneath, 5 feet underneath the water, and then it just closes and disappears real quickly. It's about 7 feet in diameter.
Alright. Well, I'll walk up to the captain and just be like, "Eyeball underwater."
Yeah, the captain seems to be looking up at something when you say that.
I'm asleep in the crow's nest, by the way. At pretty much the lookout
this is
point.
Be great for you. So, what was the bugbear's name again? Sorry, I'm terrible with names.
I'll copy it and put it into the chat, but it's Budar.
Buddha, okay. You see a giant tentacle kind of come down. Not come down, but is lifted up over the ship. And then it just comes and brings itself down, splitting the ship in half.
Oh yeah.
Well, I tried to tell the captain.
Well, it seems as if he was looking at the tentacle, and there's and for a fact, you were noticing that the ship wasn't moving, even though it was pretty windy. Like something was holding it in place.
Oh, the shit.
Well,
Oh well. Well, shit.
All right.
By the way,
so,
you are thrusted awake as the mast with the crow's nest on it is just tumbling down into the ocean.
Okay, so how high up is it?
The tentacle or you?
The me, I guess.
You are about 30 feet away from hitting the water. Next turn, you will definitely be in water, and you will see that the tentacle is probably about 80 feet away from you as it's retracting back into the sea. But
okay, how far am I? How far am I from the ship?
At this point, you're also about 30 feet out from the ship. You're kind of falling in it.
Yeah, falling to
40
the side.
feet away.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, one second. So,
all right. So while he's figuring out what he wants to do, I was walking towards the captain before this happened. Did I make it to him?
You did.
Okay,
but
so I'm standing
kind of stopped about 10 feet away from him when you noticed he was looking up at. You're pretty sure he was looking at the tentacle.
All right, so did that part of the ship is it sinking, listing forward or anything?
It is listing forward pretty heavily.
All right, so
not quite to the point where I'm gonna have you guys be rolling checks yet, but.
So what I'm gonna do is, if there's a railing next to the steering wheel, I'm just gonna grab onto the railing.
There is. It's like a very generic Pirates of the Caribbean pirate ship.
Alright, so I'm just gonna grab onto that railing. I don't have much else I can do. Alright,
okay. So... I'm going to cast Mage Armor, and when I cast a spell of first level or higher, I get a fly speed of pretty much 10 feet for a round. So I'm going to fly... Yeah, I'm going to fly 10 feet closer to the... I'm going to fly Okay, as I'm flying, I'm going to fly closer towards the ship.
Okay.
As I can.
Okay. So you're now about 20 feet away.
Okay.
I think
since I didn't take any action during my turn, could I have tried to identify this thing? See if I just knew what it was. Alright. Would I roll nature for that?
Actually, Arcana.
Okay. Same bonus anyway. I got a 7.
No idea.
Alrighty. That's fine. Alright, that will be it. So move on to the next event, I suppose.
Okay. At this point, you guys notice crawling over the edges of the ship are multiple, look like much smaller versions of whatever just destroyed the ship. Well, from what you can, they're like balls of tentacles, basically, with long, scrawny arms. And then at this, the front of the ball is like a face, almost like a porcelain mask, with no eye holes, but razor sharp teeth.
Freaky.
Alrighty. How many?
There are 3.
3 near me and Sinbad?
Yep, and then there are, and by the way, they don't seem to be, pardon me, I missed it. They pulled themselves onto the ship, but once they get onto it, it's more as if they're levitating. and there are 2 levitating towards Jin. 2.
Alrighty.
So there's 5 in total. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're just ignoring the front part of the ship since nobody is
Only
there.
golems. Only golems were on there.
So,
And there, you actually, in fact, you do see that there's like 10 over there fighting golems.
okay. Okay.
And at this point, I'll have you guys roll initiative.
Alright.
Yay.
Very quickly into combat.
Fair enough. Okay. My initiative. I got 18.
Alright, good to know.
I got 8.
Okay, good to know. Where did I put my dice? Let's roll for
So I'll be
them.
moving 10 turn slots faster than him.
They
Does
rolled a nat
Sinbad get a
20.
turn? Sorry?
Okay. Sinbad, you'll get a turn, and so there is a couple golems on this side of the ship, too.
So, in the time before this, would I have noticed that Sinbad actually knows how to fight?
He
Would
knows
I
how
have
to use
noticed
his
that?
firearms.
Okay, I just wanted to know in case I have to protect a civilian. So I'm just in the mindset.
And you
of
said 8, right,
getting rid of
Jin?
these.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, the creatures are up first.
Woohoo.
So, 2 creatures are going to run up to Boondar. Does a... No, that doesn't hit you. A 19 does not hit.
No.
A
That
nat
does
1
not.
definitely doesn't. A
Good.
natural 20 does, though.
Alright.
And a 20. So only the nat 20 hits.
Yep. So they each get 2 attacks, I'm gathering.
Yep.
Okay.
These tentacles just come whipping towards you.
Alright. Give me the damage.
That's what I'm doing right now. Just looking it up real quickly. So quick that we actually got to this part. Okay, you take 16 points of acid damage.
Okay, acid. Okay.
As these, you realize these tentacles aren't actually, because you have dark vision, right? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
So you realize the tentacle part of them is made out of actually some sort of goo, and it kind of is corrosive.
Alright.
The only part of them that actually seems to be solid is the arms and the mask-like face.
Alrighty, so how much damage was that again?
16.
16.
Yeah, and now they're going to attack Sinbad. That hits Sinbad, and that also hits Sinbad. So he's going to be taking...
Oops.
You watch as these things come, and they just whip him right in half.
Oh no. So he's dead?
Yep.
Like I'm looking at him and he's gone for good. He's not.
Well, he may still have a hint of life in him, but he's been ripped in half, so...
Okay.
He is a warforged, though, so you're not sure how his body works. He may still be alive, but it looks pretty severe.
Alrighty. I get the picture.
Yeah. Then the 2 that are coming towards Jin now. Does a 24 hit you?
Yes, it does. Holy fuck.
And another nat 20. What the heck is
Son of a
going
bitch.
on?
Well, I'm gonna die.
This is gonna be another short one.
Yeah.
We're just
Don't
gonna be
worry.
dead.
Okay, don't worry. They rolled terrible damage. You take,
All right.
even with a crit, you take 8 damage. And oh, okay. I also need to roll the second attacks. Okay, you take 16
Okay,
plus
cool.
8, so 24. And then the second creature only rolls nat 1s, so you're good. You take a total of 24 damage. And that's acid damage, just so you know.
Okay.
So, it is now Boondar's turn.
All right. I see that our captain, although his his position on this ship might be irrelevant at this point, I'm going to get in front of him. That's what I'm good at. I know that much. So I'm going to take all the attacks of opportunity from those two,
Okay.
and then I'm going to get in front of the other one that's trying to attack our downed captain. Gonna try to save him. I don't know if it's useless or not, but I'm gonna try.
None of them hit you.
That's what I figured. Alright,
Yep.
so I'm gonna get in front of him, and I'm gonna hit them with the mace, because I don't want to use disadvantage.
Alright.
So, mace, 16.
16, it hits.
Alright. 7 bludgeoning damage. And I get a second attack.
Okay, by the way, that one is now, it turns to a puddle in front of you. They do a lot of damage, they don't have a lot of health.
Alright, fair enough. So then after, if I have enough movement left, I'm gonna go back to the other two.
You do.
Alright. I have 30 movement speed, just so you know. So
yeah, you can reach them.
Alright. So I smacked that thing on. I'm gonna smack the second one. So 25 to hit. That'll hit.
That definitely hits.
Alright.
Let her roll damage.
9 bludgeoning to that one.
Okay, let me roll something. Okay, this one does manage to retain its form.
Alright, so I'm getting the... I'm seeing that I hit this one harder and it's still alive somehow. So I'm getting the...
It seems... What happens is it seems to start to dissolve like the other one, but then it reforms very quickly.
Alright, so I'm getting the idea that these are not natural creatures by any stretch. So
Yeah.
that'll be... actually, since I took my shield master, oh wait, that's an action. Never mind. That's my turn.
Shield bash? Are you talking about shield bash? Yeah, you can shield bash.
Shield master?
Don't you shield bash with shield master? Chris one knows a thing with shield master.
It says if you take the action, if you
If
take
you
the
take the attack act, which you just did.
so I can do it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shove one of them 5 feet.
I could have just dimension door, whatever.
Okay, one is now 5 feet away from you.
Alright. That's what I do.
Jin, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to dimension door behind Boodark. Is that what I said?
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, cool. So I'm going to dimension door to behind him. That's my action. Then I'm going to use 2 sorcery points for a quicken spell.
All right.
And I'm going to... Should I? No, isn't that... I take that damage too. I don't want to do that. Shit. I want to cast Shatter. Like in between them.
What do they need to
Okay,
save with
so
that?
each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point that must make a Constitution saving throw. So I want to center it to get as many of them as I possibly can, and that's to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. You can hit both of them with that. Okay, one saves, one doesn't.
And I don't.
Doesn't it just do damage and
My
they get
spell save is
half?
16.
So go ahead and roll
Yeah, I want to
damage.
make sure. No, 76.
So how much damage?
I think 2d8 if my memory serves me correct.
It's
It's either
3,
2d8 or 2d10. Oh,
So how much
3,
damage
so
total?
17 to the one that did save. The one that didn't save, whatever half of that is. So 8
8.
to the one that that did save.
Okay, I need to roll for this.
Are they made of? No, they're not. Any creature made of crystal, metal, or stone has a disadvantage on that save. Yeah, they don't. So it's that. And that's the end of my turn. That's 2 sorcery points.
Alright. So how many of them are left standing in front of us? You're muted. That might be why we're not hearing anything.
Sorry. There were 2 that were levitating towards Jin on the mast, but other than that, the rest are dead. So the 2 on the mat, those 2 are going
Okay.
to be bamf towards you guys. They like to just, instead of moving, they seem to just all of a sudden phase through existence and just come towards you guys.
Alright.
And they're going to make attacks towards you guys. So 2 attacks towards Bodark and 2 against Jin. 17 to hit Jin.
Damn.
And another 17 to hit Jin.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, those both hit.
Okay. These things have so little health, but they deal so much damage. Luckily, they are not rolling high on damage today. You take 10 points of damage from the first whip attack, and oh my god, there's the damage. You take 36 from the second.
I take 36 from the second.
Yep. And acid damage as their corrosive tentacles slide all over you.
I'm down.
Oh.
Alright. Did you do the ones to attack me yet?
No, that was just Jin.
Alright, go ahead.
Doesn't hit you. Definitely doesn't hit you.
Alright. Don't worry, I'll get you up somehow. I'll try to save my potions if I can, but if I can't, then... But we'll see. Okay, so I assume it's my turn now?
Yep. Wait,
Alright.
yeah.
So 2 attacks with my mace. Alright. So I'm just gonna roll. Okay, 11 on the first one.
That unfortunately misses.
Alright, so 19 on the second one. That will hit.
Yep.
For 6 damage.
Okay, this one is still up.
Ugh. Okay, this is no good. No bueno. I'm just gonna stand over my friend. I think you can stand in someone who's incapacitated space. If not, I'll just stand near him.
You can. I'll just say you can. Even
Alright,
if you
so
can.
I'm gonna be protecting him. That'll be my turn. Actually, 19... Oh, never mind. Sorry. I was thinking of something else. Go ahead.
Okay, we're
Aren't
back
you a
to
champion?
Creature's death saving throw from...
Wait,
Yeah,
aren't you a champion?
Yeah, I was gonna say that,
Yeah,
but
19 crits.
I have to roll 19 on the dice. Not.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yep.
It
My
was.
bad.
I thought the same thing. So death saving throw.
Oh, my turn. Oh. I make it.
Yay! Okay.
So you're still alive.
Creature's turns.
I'm gonna die like that flying fuckhead.
They're going to go, and all of these are going 4 attacks against Boondar, since he's the only one up. 23 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
So that's one hit.
You take 15 points of damage from that one. Acid damage. All of a sudden these things are hitting. So 19 plus 6 is 25.
Yeah.
20 points of acid damage from that one. And in that one.
Right.
So that doesn't hit, and that one doesn't hit either. So you've taken 36 in that turn.
Yeah.
So back to you.
Alright. I'm gonna try to take these two things out before I even check on anybody, because they're doing way too much damage if they hit me. So I gotta hit. That's all I can do. So 17 and 19 to hit.
Both those hit.
Okay, great. So 9 on the first guy. I'm gonna see if that kills him.
You roll. That kills him. He dissolves into nothing. His mask is left behind.
Alright, so I'm gonna hit the second one for 6.
For 6 damage, that one's still up. Wait, did you already hit one?
Yeah, I already hit one.
Okay, this one's still... It just... You see it kind of do the thing where it almost looks like it almost dissolves, but then it reforms again.
Alright. I'll just stand with my shield at the ready.
Okay. And death saving throw from Jin.
Oh, thank God. One more. I'm gonna blast the fuck out of these.
Alright. So he's still alive, which is good.
Indeed.
Okay, so that one thing in front of me, I assume it's going to hit me. Or try to.
It is going to try and hit you. It does not. It does not.
Alright,
Yeah, both
it doesn't.
attacks.
Okay. I'm lining them up and knocking them down. Okay. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Alright, so both my attacks hit. I'm gonna see if the first one kills it.
Okay.
So 8 damage for the first attack.
You see it do that thing again where it dissolves, but then it reforms.
Alright, so I'm gonna swing at it again. Another 8.
Okay. This time it dies.
Good.
You see it dissolve and it smash. And now there's just that battle going on the half-sunken other half of the ship.
Alright, so first thing I'm gonna do, since I still have a little bit of turn left, I assume you'll allow me to have a look around.
Yeah. Well, actually, technically, it's kind of soft out of combat, so...
Alright, so, I'm gonna look at my companion. I'm gonna try to
I
do a.
made that laugh. I made that last the saving throw.
Okay.
Oh.
14.
Well, that's good. That means that I don't. I look at him and I assume I can see he's stable.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna go over to our captain and see if he's alive at all. If you need me to do a medicine check or something else, I can.
Yeah, roll the medicine check.
All right.
It'd be more like engineering.
Yeah. Medicine. Okay. I got a 10.
There does seem to be a bit of life still in him.
Okay, so is he like cut in half or something? You said.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the torso portion of him, and
Okay.
I'm gonna take him along with us wherever we end up going. So.
Okay. You do see that there's a little rowboat on the side of the ship. There is a rowboat.
All right. So my other companion is stable but unconscious, I would assume.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna pick him up too. I got a strength of 20, so I assume I can pick them both up.
Yeah, you can.
All right, I'm gonna shove them both in the rowboat, and I'm gonna I'm gonna use my. I guess I can use my mace. It has sharp points on it, and I'm gonna try to detach it from the. Or I can just use my hand axe if I need to detach it from the.
It's
boat.
not that hard to detach. Yeah, you detach it.
All right. So I just use one of my weapons and we drop into the water, I assume, or we have water level at this point.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm gonna... the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna administer a potion.
Also, that big creature that was in the water seems to be gone, just so you know.
Alright, that's good.
Check.
That would have been my first worry.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to revive my companions first. So, I'm gonna use 2 potions, however long that takes.
It's just to administer it to someone else, it is just an action, and it's a bonus action to take it yourself. So, if you're giving it to someone else, it's an action, but if you just drink it yourself, it's a bonus.
Can I give one to my sorcerer companion, and then feed him one, and then he can, on his turn, give it to the other guy if he wants to?
Sure.
Alright, so I give you 1 potion, and you are awake. I'm gonna... How much do I have to roll
it's
for
2d4
healing?
for her.
2d4?
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2, if my memory serves me correctly.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll just roll 2d4 plus 2. Roll. You heal 7 hit points.
Yay.
And you have a potion in your hand, and I say, I point over towards the Warforged that's been guiding us all this way, and he doesn't have legs anymore, but it's an emergency situation, so I just took him out of there. So I just point over towards
Roll an intelligence check, Gene, real quickly. Jin?
Okay. Oh, yeah. My best thing.
It's not my best thing, so...
Okay, yeah, this health potion will totally get him back up in shape. Go ahead and roll the health.
I'm going to drink it myself.
If you do that, then I'm gonna walk over and take it.
Still
give it to him.
pretty hurt. So.
Yeah, you can do that.
He's a
but
robot.
I'm gonna...
He'll live. This is my reasoning. It's my reasoning. He's made up.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to him anyway and give it to him.
Where'd my D4s go?
Because he's our navigator. He's the one who knows where we're going, so I need him alive.
He's doing good. Oh.
So I'm gonna roll 2d4 and see if it does anything to him.
Hey,
It
I know
Alright,
how to sail.
I give him 6 health, if that does anything to him.
you give him the health potion, and it seems to like kill a dent. Definitely not regrowing those legs, but he does seem to stabilized.
I'm fine with that because I don't care about his legs. I need him awake so that way he can lead us to where he wants us to go. So does he wake up or is he just stable? Is he awake or is he just stable?
He's
I don't
just
know if you
stable.
heard me. Okay. I'll start moving the boat away from those other little things. Since I'm stronger, I have a strength of 20. I'm gonna just row as hard as I can to get this, or
Yeah.
paddle or
Okay.
whatever.
And I guess
And
you're gonna row in the direction that the ship was heading.
yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep us going on our track. But those golems, that anything on that boat, it's long gone at this point. To
Uh,
me, I'm
can I
just getting
see
out
any
of
more of
there.
those things?
Yeah. Okay. You hear in the distance the rest of the ship just sinking.
Good. At least it's not us. Is what I'm thinking. But
Yeah.
I don't say anything. I don't care if I sort of as Budar, I'm gonna point to the half dead thing that's on our boat currently, and I say, seems still alive.
Cool. Where, um, do you know where we're going?
Me? No.
Great. Um, I do have navigator's tools. Um, one second. Let me look.
Well, just looking at Budar, you can tell that he has no intelligence of knowing how to use those things. So if you want to use them, go ahead. But he's just going to keep rowing at this point.
Oh, I do.
Well, go ahead.
Okay, see, I have bling pin 50.
And hopefully, after an hour, our friend wakes
So,
up
what
legless.
would you have me roll for navigator's tools?
Mm.
What would you have him roll for navigator's tools?
A D20 plus intelligence. No. A D20 plus wisdom modifier.
And if he has proficiency, it's proficiency, right?
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead.
Okay. Cool.
It is still currently nighttime, right?
Yep.
So the stars are out, so that would be helpful.
Yes, the stars are out. It's not stormy at all. Though you do see off into like the south, you do see what looks to be a massive storm cloud.
Well,
Which is
my favorite.
unfortunately the direction you guys need to go.
all right.
Oh,
Well, hopefully he does good with his navigator tools, so that way we can try to avoid it or something.
I got a 16.
All right.
Okay, you know that there was you kind of heard, I'm going to say this real quickly, you did hear that there was, like, Sinbad did manage to get this far before and came back. The island or continent that you guys are going to is surrounded by storm clouds. Always.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And you have a
Oh, yeah,
feeling
so,
with how long you were on sea already, you have a pretty good idea that that's actually probably the continent.
Well, hopefully Sinbad's grateful that we saved his life, not his legs.
Oh,
Mhm.
ability. I can stop the rain within 20 feet of us, and I can control the direction of the wind within 100 feet
Oh,
of me. So I'm going to put the wind at our back and stop the rain
okay. So as you guys, it
till
takes
we
you
get to the
about
island.
because this is a rowboat, but you guys got a guy with 20 strength in the party,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you guys are just rowing, and it takes you about 2 hours, and you do get there, and as the sun is starting to rise actually at this point.
Right.
And as you guys are rolling along, as the sun is rising, wait, do Saturns have dark vision?
Sirens? I don't know,
Sirens.
but bugbears do.
Okay, yeah. You're rowing, so I'm going to say you're not really paying attention, but if
Yes, they do. They are fake creatures.
Okay, you see that there is a thing that you can set up a cell for in this rowboat, so it can be
They
converted
are
into a
fake
little.
creatures.
Yeah, you can set it up. You can set this boat up to be a sailboat.
Well, I'm not smart enough. I wasn't paying attention. I just saw oars, and I'm strong,
Yeah.
so I just started
All
moving.
you see at first, what it looked like was just a bunch of bags and rags, but Jin over here searches and looks at, and you see that it is actually things to set up a cell.
So what I would assume he would set that up.
Do you want to set it up, or do you want to let your bugbear friend just keep rowing?
Okay, I do not have dark vision, though. I do not. I thought I did.
Oh, then roll with me a perception check to see if you can see the cell equipment.
You would allow.
Well, we'll
I'll
see.
set it up, then. I mean, let him rest a little bit. Then it doesn't give me action for me to control the wind and chill. Don't.
Oh.
Okay. It's just, 15? 15.
Okay, yeah, you find it and set it up. Okay, so now if you use your control ability of storms and shit, yeah, you guys are going there, and you guys can probably get a real long rest before you get to the storm clouds.
I'm gonna stay up and wait for our friend to become conscious. Does he ever become conscious?
You wait about 2 more hours, and it does not seem like he's going to be waking up anytime soon.
All right. Well, he seems to be still resembling alive, right?
Yeah, a horribly mangled-looking living creature.
All right. As long as he's alive, I'm fine with that. I guess. I waited about 2 hours. I'll say. I waited those 2 hours, but after that, I'm just gonna be perturbed and just go to sleep.
Okay, you guys go to sleep. And so about 7 hours go by, which I'm going to say is enough to still get a long rest. And, because even though you were staying up, you still were, you were still resting, technically. You were just keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, about 7 hours go by, and what wakes you up is you start feeling the pattern of wind. I mean, you start not feeling, because his magic is keeping it off you guys, but you hear the sound of a storm going on around you. And you guys wake up and you see that, yeah, you were quite clearly in a storm.
Yay.
Sorry about that. My food is here, but I'll wait to eat it.
Okay.
So we're at the storm's edge.
Yeah, you're just entering it.
Okay. So is our navigator, our captain,
He
awake?
is up now. He is up now.
Okay. Is he
And he
freaking out
looks
or anything?
if he could move, because it doesn't really, his expression tells you yes he is, but he doesn't seem to be able to move.
Does he have arms?
He still has his arms, but it looks like if you you kind of pull him up and you look, his spine seems to be horribly damaged.
All right. I look into his face and I say, "Speak."
What happened?
And he nods and he says, "Calm. You are alive."
Okay.
We boat sunk.
He seems to have a little tear come out of his eye when he hears that his ship sunk.
Do I think that if he rests more, he will be able to recover more, or does it look like he's going to be in this state until it gets repaired, or?
He's going to be in this state until he gets repaired.
Okay. Well, at least he's alive, and I'll say, remain calm. Get to continent. Then we see if you fix.
Okay.
And then I sort of pat him gingerly, and then I go back to trying to. I sit back to doing the oars, even though we got a sail. I'm just gonna help with the oars if it does anything. If it does anything, it doesn't matter. But he's gonna do that.
You're doing it anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really seem to. You're already going at top speed from the cells, so.
He just does it anyway.
You guys are traveling, and about 2 hours into the storm, you hear what sounds to be like a well, but it's coming from above you.
I look.
Right.
And you look up and you see. Damn it! The picture of it was on my computer. Let me see if I can look up real quickly what it looks like. But it looks kind of like a giant seahorse crossed with a dragon flying in the air above you. It either hasn't noticed you yet or it just doesn't care about you. And it seems to almost be electric charging the air around it. And it's about 500 feet up in the air above you.
Okay, so it's 500 feet up.
Yeah, almost swimming above you guys through the air,
so
through the storm.
Its electrical field, does it reach down to water level, or is it just up in the air?
Periodically, like a lightning bolt will almost seemingly strike the ocean, but for the most part, you guys seem to be safe.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just going back to Rowan unless if our smarter friend has any better ideas.
Jin, do you?
You're talking to me. I'm probably not that much smarter than you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna keep the wind at our back and the rain off us until we can get. Yeah.
Okay. So about another hour passes, and you do see another one kind of farther off. But it's either too far away to notice you, or it just doesn't care. And then you guys you come out of the storm, and it is all of a sudden super sunny. For a fact, it really hurts your eyes because you just came from all of a sudden. Pretty much, you went from darkness to a storm, so more darkness, and now it's sunny. So you guys have to rear back and cover your eyes for a bit as suddenly the sun rays hit you right in the face. And you do see the massive cliffs of this continent that you were supposed to find.
Alright, so there's no beach near where we are, it's just a sheer cliff?
Right now it is sheer cliffs. You do see kind of like probably a mile or two down the coast. There is kind of an area where the cliffs dip down, and it's kind of more of a slope, where it looks like, you're not sure if it's a beach from this distance, but it's definitely somewhere you might be able to climb up.
Alright.
So we're gonna find out, and I turn the wind so that it blows the boat in that direction.
Alright. And you make a perception check real quickly, both of you.
Alright. Just keep in mind I'm still rowing, so if that affects it at all.
Roll with disadvantage.
17.
Alright, I got 9.
9 and 7, is that what I just heard?
17.
Oh, 17. You look back and you do actually see from the wall of, like, almost like it's just a wall of storm clouds. You see those seahorse dragon creatures and they're poking their heads out and it looks like they're watching you guys. But they're not really doing anything. And you see about 50 of them.
Oh, yay. We're gonna die.
But they don't really
Jin
seem...
says.
They're just watching you. They don't really... They seem curious.
Well, my character would be...
Too.
Yeah, my character would be curious enough to make a roll.
You can roll. If you are proficient in Arcana, I will let you roll.
I am not proficient, so...
Okay, and these things... Oh, go ahead and roll that, then.
Oh, 11.
You have no idea. Never heard of these things in your life. Yeah.
I might ask our navigator once we get on land, but I'm too worried about getting off this boat.
Okay, so like another
my armor is way too heavy, so I would just sink to the bottom instantly if I got in the water, so I'm kind of worried about getting on land.
Okay, so about another hour passes until you guys get to that area, and it is, in fact, it is a beach.
Alright, as soon as we get close enough, I'm going to pull the boat up onto the beach.
Okay. You get what looks to be close enough?
Out and I'm gonna jump out like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean when they finally got to that one little island where they got deserted. I'm gonna jump out and just like run to the beach and like start throwing up sand in celebration and sitting back, relaxing.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up our Warforged half-friend and set him on my back, unless if our smarter friend wants to have a look and see if he can fix him or anything.
I'm gonna look at him like I'm pretty sure there's nothing I know about this thing that I could do.
Go ahead and roll another Arcana check.
Okay. $11.
Actually, you don't know how you could do it without the proper tools, but there is this thing called a Warforged repair kit that you will need to get to repair him. And you also need the materials to repair him.
So I turn to Budark and say, well, we can fix him. We can rebuild him. We can make him stronger. But we don't have the stuff for it. So he's kind of fucked.
Well, I start looking through my packs. I don't have any tools on me, artisan tools or anything, but I I just look through my stuff and I say, what we need.
It's called a Warforged Repair Kit.
I just look at you quizzically like a dog that doesn't know what you're trying to order him to do.
You know those things you use to fix like ships and stuff, or like if you break something, you fix it. We need tools, which we don't
Tools,
have,
yes.
and we don't have them.
And I look up towards the land somewhere and I sort of point and say, maybe some that way.
Actually, while you're pointing up at the land, please roll a perception check.
Alright. Perception?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 20.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time I've seen anything other than the beginning when I saw the eye.
You see what looks to be like this giant, multiple-legged creature kind of look at you guys real quickly, and then it kind of just wanders off towards something.
I have a confused look on my face, which is to indicate to my friend that there's something over there.
It doesn't.
I
Like,
look
for a
over
fact,
to the-
once he points it out, you only really needed an 10 to find it. It's not trying to be stealthy at all.
Okay.
You see it, and you see it walking off. It actually, with you, because who of you has the better perception? Just the bonus?
My bonus is
Um,
+5.
I'm 4. So
Okay,
he would be
so you see that it actually does seem to have some sort of garments on, so it does seem to be intelligent.
Huh. There's something on here that's wearing clothes. I jump up and I like run towards it. Come on, Budar, we gotta find it.
I'll just take the Warforged guy on my back, see if this thing will help us or not. I'm pretty monstrous myself, so I'm not making any assumptions.
Okay. So you guys, let me roll actually real quickly. See what its reaction to being these things running up towards it is.
I'm not doing it like a threatening manner. It's kind of like excited, kind of.
Yeah, but would the giant bugbear man be?
I'm just following, so I'm just.
You're like a mountain of. Actually, pardon me. Would the mountain of steel look non-threatening?
Yeah. It doesn't really matter how I run. I still look threatening.
Yeah. So, yeah, it sees that mountain of steel running towards it, clank, 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 and it just darts.
Steel's Stop it.
I'm not that smart, so I'm just gonna be following you. If you want to go ahead without me, you can just tell me to stop.
I'm going to dimension door in front of it before it can run away.
Okay, you dimension door in front of it. And it seems a good foot taller than you.
That's fine. I'm not that tall.
Yeah. How tall are you, actually?
Let's see. Sirens are slightly taller than humans. So I'm going to say about 6 foot.
Okay, this thing's about 6.5 feet tall, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still taller than it.
It kind of looks at you, and it,
I say, hi. We're lost.
What language?
Common.
Okay. It seems to have a questioning look, like it doesn't understand what you're saying, and it says what, but it says what in, is it Sylvan? Is that the name of that language?
Okay, that was yeah, I do actually know Sylvan.
Yeah, okay, it speaks in Sylvan. Yeah.
That's gonna be the next level I try.
I'll come up, but I don't understand anything because I only understand Goblin and Common.
Okay.
I'm out of luck there.
It was funny. Normally, sirens only speak Sylvan. And one other language of choice. Not even don't even have the option, the the shit to speak common. I had to learn common. That's funny. But yeah,
Yeah.
forgot all about
Okay.
that.
What do you say to it in Sylvan?
I say the same thing I said before. Hey, we're lost.
Mm-hmm. It tilts its head. What are you?
He said, "What am I?
Yep.
I'm lost."
Um, it kind of gives itself a questioning look, not really sure what to do.
Huh. I step back a little bit. Like, I kind of like jump back a little bit, and I bow. My name is Jin, and that man over there. I point at the giant
Bugbear.
mountain of metal is my friend. And that man over there is my friend. And we're lost. Something out in the water sunk our ship, and we had to pretty much sail all the way over here on that little rowboat. And I point to the rowboat out on the beach. So if you wouldn't mind telling me
Ah,
where we're at.
you are in Horker territory.
Horker territory.
Doesn't seem to be too intelligent. Like, it's just barely sentient. Pretty much incapable of language. Like, this is
What?
probably the only language it speaks.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to speak to it. I don't understand that. It's not gonna understand me. I'm gonna say, you know how fix Metal Man?
Metal Man? And it looks at you questioningly. It says that back to you in common, which probably makes you think it speaks common, but it's like giving you a questioning look.
I point to the Warforged that is currently has its arms wrapped around my neck.
He wants to
Okay.
know if you know how to fix that thing on his back.
Warforge? It looks.
Yes, apparently
It
that
says in
thing that
Sylvan.
is called a war force.
Me don't, but me might know who. Come.
Not to look to
I
Buddha.
look I look at my
Let's follow
smarter
this.
friend who seems to be talking in strange gobbledygook to see what he's like what's going
Come
on.
on,
So
Buddha,
we're
we're
like,
following him.
okay, I just follow you wherever you're going.
By the way, I posted it in the chat for this call. I posted in what it looks like, just so you know.
Loading. Oh, that is very strange.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
What was I about to do? All right, so
It's in the chat for this call. I don't know. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I'll post it in the Facebook one real quickly too. Then see if it works there.
I'm technically taller than this thing as well. You said it was 6 feet high?
6.5.
Or 6.5? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
taller than that. I'm 7 feet. Exactly. 7 feet tall. And 350 pounds.
giant fuck.
So yeah, I can understand why it would try to run away from me. It's pretty tall and I'm taller than it, so yeah. Plus I got a bunch of weapons. It probably understands what weapons are. So and I'm not trying to hide it.
Just have my staff and a couple pistols across my chest.
Alright, so this thing is leading us somewhere? Okay, now I see it. It looks like a bug almost. Bug person. Part bug, part leaf. But to me, that's just par for the course. We're in a strange land, so there's going to be strange people.
That should be obvious to you to even fucking a dumb animal. Speaking of dumb animals.
Yep. Oh, did he dropped for some reason? Oh, he's back.
Sorry, I dropped from the call.
Yeah, that's all right. I was just saying that the thing looks like a bug leaf.
That's actually the bug. Yeah, it does look like that.
A bug leaf person.
As you follow it, it kind of leads you, and now you're like, as it's leading you, it leads you up a hill, and over the crest of the hill, you see this just incredibly dense forest with like a bunch of giant mushrooms and stuff like and fungus and very, very almost like Avatar, that movie film, 2000, I think 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Very much like that.
Flowers.
Yeah, and
Buddha will be impressed in a very unimpressive way.
Okay, so then as it's leading you, it leads you.
He'll be straight faced, but he's just taking everything in. He's just looking around.
Yeah. Me will have to lead you to Whywood. Whywood people.
Whywood people.
Yeah, come. And it keeps on leading you, and it will take us a little while to get to their territory.
I'm just looking around. I'm not even listening at this point.
Okay.
I don't understand. I don't understand the gobbledygook, so I'm just gonna be looking around.
Let me roll a random encounter because it is going to take you guys a while to get there. Oh boy. Yes. Now let's see what you guys encounter. Okay.
And just curious.
Oh boy, this is going to be fun.
Just curious before you get into it.
Okay.
If something were to attack me specifically, would it have a higher chance of hitting the Warforged on my back, or?
It could hit the Warforged. Yes, it could.
Okay. So as long as it's not, if it attacks behind me, obviously it would probably have a higher chance of hitting him. But.
Yep. Basically, I'll roll 2d20s, one to see if it actually hits, and then the one to see if it hits either you or it. And depending on if it's attacking from behind you or in front of you will determine how high on the spectrum it hits.
Alright, so I'll keep that in mind. My guy isn't that stupid. He's going to know that something's on his back that's worth protecting.
Okay. Give me a sec. You guys can roleplay, but I have to look something up. Because it was on my computer.
Alright, so I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to talk to my friend. I'm not going to talk to the other guy. I'm going to say, What he talk? He talks strange.
He's speaking Sylvan, my friend. It's a language native to my people.
Me no speak that.
I got that part.
He nods as if he accomplished something, and he's got a big smile on his face.
Anyway, we seem to be going to. He seems to be leading us to some place called the Wormwood or something like that.
Whywood.
Whywood. There we go. We seem to be going to some place called the Whywood. So I'm not sure what to expect here, so just be ready.
Perhaps you write that down. Maybe Crazy Dragon want to know.
What crazy dragon?
The
Oh,
king
those
that
things.
the king that we the king. That's what he's referring to. Crazy Dragon King.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Okay.
he maybe he wants to know that. That's basically what he's saying.
Maybe we'll
You
find
guys,
out.
as you guys are walking, he starts leading you into a swamp area, a more marshy area of the forest.
Mhm.
And as you guys are walking, who's in
As
front?
he
Oh wait,
leads
the
us
bug
into
man.
this, as long
The
as
bug
he
man's leading.
Okay, just a second. As the Bugman's leading us into a more marshy area, I'm gonna say to my friend here, "You sure he know where going?"
No, I don't. But we don't have much choice but to follow him.
Also, it feels as
Okay.
if you guys have been traveling for like hours now, but the sun has still never changed its position.
Well, that's odd.
Well, I wouldn't notice that. I'm too infatuated with looking at the different fauna and flora in the area.
Oh yeah, and all of a sudden,
What's
oh,
gonna hit us?
all of
What
a
do we
sudden,
notice first?
Bundar, you all of a sudden can't move your leg. Something has your leg,
So I'm just
and then
walking
you're
along normally, and then suddenly my foot is stuck.
pretty much. Then all of a sudden something is now, and all of a sudden you feel this like piercing pain.
All right, so initially, I'm just gonna try to pull as much as I can, just thinking that my foot is stuck in some mud or
And you
something.
take 10 points of piercing damage, and I
All
need you
right,
to make a Constitution saving throw.
all right. So, just gonna okay. 10, and then con.
Yeah.
Okay. I got 21.
Okay. You take 9 more points of poison damage. And then all of a sudden you're rapidly pulled underneath the surface because you guys, marshy area, this is watery. You're just suddenly pulled underneath the water level.
Entirely, or just
Yep.
partially at this point? So entirely.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gone. Okay, I'll do my
It's
math on my
almost
date.
waist deep for you at this point. So
All
it's
right.
a little over waist deep for everyone else. And so you've been pulled underneath.
So my entire body is encompassed, or just up to my
Underneath
waist?
the water. I was about to say, as you guys are normally walking, it is waist deep, and you were just pulled
Okay.
underneath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So I'll wait for the others to react, then we'll see what I
Did I
do.
see this?
Make a perception check. Because he was, I think, behind everyone, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it. You heard, like, something being pulled underneath water.
18.
Okay, you hear someone being pulled underneath water, and you just, in time, turn around in time to see, like, the hands of your friend being pulled underneath.
Can I?
Would just a question? Would my backpack friend still be on the surface? Because I would have let him go if I was being
If you
pulled
let him
under.
go, he would have, but because he's made out of metal, he's, like, rapidly sinking.
So he would see that that guy is currently
Yeah.
sinking. All right.
I'm also going to need you guys to make initiative rolls now.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Before that, as I can see his hands going down. Can I grab
Yeah.
his hand and dimension door like up into a tree or something?
You know what? Sure.
I assume he would have to make a dex
Yeah,
to
make a
actually
dex save
grab me.
to get to him in time. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and probably say no. I think like a 6 or something. Yeah, that's a 6.
No, you go and you try and reach for him, but you just. I'm not going to say you waste a spell because you probably wouldn't have cast the spell
Yeah,
until you grabbed him. So you just.
yeah.
The hands are just pulled away from you too quickly.
Okay.
But Robot Friend is still just barely above water, so if you want to do something with him, think about that for your next turn.
Anyway,
I
you
got
want to just
11.
roll initiative?
Yeah,
Yep, initiative time.
I got 11.
11.
I got 9. Yay, spellcasters.
Does our new bug-like friend
He
get
will.
initiative as well? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
he got a 15, 11, a 9, and a.
And in the picture, he has like swords. Does he actually have like weapons like that?
Yeah, as he hears that noise, he turns around and just unsheaves his swords.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Robot friend, he's too damaged to roll initiative.
Fair enough. So Sinbad is currently in the water. He'll be my first priority after, because I still think that he has something to contribute, like to tell us where to go. So that's why I want him saved. Otherwise, I'd be just leaving him. But I think
That's fair.
he's got something to tell us to where to go. So I want to save him. But the first thing I'm going to be doing is probably a strength saving throw to see if I can get out of there. Or strength check or something. Because whatever it is has got me.
Oh, damn it.
And if I was next to Bug Guy and could talk to him, I would probably ask him what this thing is first. Just so that way you have an idea of what's going on.
It's
He
funny.
does seem to be.
I actually took a spell that would help with that, but I forgot about it.
Because if he knows what's going on, then you might be able to solve this problem a lot quicker. Since he lives here. Alright, so we good?
Yeah, initiative has been rolled. First up is Bugman, actually. But he doesn't see a creature, so he's going to hold his turn until he sees a creature. Then it is actually Boondar's turn. Roll me a strength. Wait, strength. Hang on, let me check. Yeah, strength saving throw.
Saving throw? Okay.
Because you're grappled currently by the creature.
27.
And by the way, okay, before I tell you the results, because you obviously get out, but you do actually see a snake-like head biting onto your leg.
Okay.
And you see 5 other heads also biting onto your leg.
Oh,
Not onto your leg, but they're getting ready to strike against you.
Good googly moogly. Okay, let's.
And you just see that. You just grab the other head, pry its jaws off your leg, and then you pull yourself up and kind of that. Did you guys see that Hercules movie with The Rock in it?
I don't believe so.
Okay, well, there's a scene, I think it was in the trailer, where he rises up from the water and then the Hydra just bursts out of the water around him. That's pretty much what happens here. Boondar bursts out of the water, gasping for air, and all of a sudden 5 snake heads burst out of the water, getting ready to strike at him. It is now.
Oh, fuck.
Does that take his action? It does take. You have a bonus in movement if you want, Boondar, but that took your action to get free.
Okay, so is picking up Robot Friend Sinbad bonus action, or would that take my action?
That picking him up would be a bonus.
Alright, so that's what I'm going to do for my bonus, and then I'm going to run away from this thing. Just because I'm trying to grasp exactly what's happening, so I'm going to move away from it about 10 feet closer to my allies, but I'm going to move away from it so that way I
Okay.
can sort of take in what's going on. If it gets an attack of opportunity, then so be it.
It will,
Alright,
but it does not hit.
alright.
Wait. Yeah, it doesn't. 19 to
Alright.
hit.
Alright. So I'm just gonna book it with Robot Friend over towards you guys.
And you do get there.
Alright. That's my turn.
And then it is Jin's turn.
Okay, I'm going to use Quicken Spell. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to use Quicken Spell.
Alright.
And I'm going to Dimension Door. Are there trees around?
There are plenty.
Are they like high up? How high up can?
Each of these trees are like, you don't see the nearest branch is like 400 feet up. They're massive trees at this point.
Oh man.
Oh well, fuck the
Which, I
cancel
mean,
that plan.
yeah.
Let's see. Dimension
They're
Door
like
is only-
redwood forest sized trees. You're like in the redwood forest at this point. Except
Oh,
even
you know,
bigger.
yes, I can. Yeah, it's 500 range feet. Yeah. So, but then if I do, I won't be within range to use any of my spells.
Actually, you know what? There's also a couple smaller trees that are like 100 feet up. I will say that, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're younger trees. Yeah.
I'm going to Dimension Door onto one of the branches of one of the
Smaller ones?
yeah.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
I? No, actually, can I? I want to move over to where I want to move over to Budark and the our Warforged friend. I'm gonna put my hand on the Warforged and then Dimension Door. I'm gonna take him
Okay.
with me.
That's gonna be interesting.
So, okay, you guys are on the 100 feet above this now.
Okay, I
What
want to be like
happens to-
away from it too. Like I don't want to be like right
My
above it. I want to
question-
be like
It
a
does
little far
not
away
take
from
you
it.
with it. It does not take you with it. You're still left behind. You're just all of a sudden the Warforged and your friend are just gone. Like,
Okay,
and you're
so
just left alone with the Bugman.
I still have one more question. Is he carrying Warforged Friend, or is Warforged Friend now falling?
Make a strength
I was
saving.
like I wasn't trying to carry him. I was gonna like try to do it so that he's like planted on the branch. Now if he falls off the branch, that's well, he has arms. He could fucking do something. But that's I wanted to get him away from the creature so that Budar can fight it without this fucker on his back.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are on a tree. And that was your bonus action, correct? Because you
Yes. A quicken spell.
Quick.
Then I'm going to cast. That's my last dimension. Fuck. That's my last 4th level spell. Fuck. I'm going to cast. What's the distance of Witch Bolt? So it's 60 feet. How far would you say I am from it?
you're about 100 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. That's all hit, right? Roll to hit.
Yep. It'll take 2d10 force damage if it hits. If it hits. But do I have to roll for one each one? One hit time. This spell creates more than one beam when you reach. Yep, I gotta make it a separate attack roll for each beam. Okay. So let's see, where's my other d20? Let's roll them both at the same time. Okay, one's a natural one, and the other one is a 24.
Okay. 24 definitely hits. That nat 1 definitely doesn't.
Yeah. Takes 1 damage.
Well, it's
Oh,
better
It
than
looks
0.
it looks like it has 1 hit point less. Wait, what damage does it?
well,
Oh, never mind. It doesn't have any
it, it's
vulnerabilities.
it's it's force damage.
Yeah. Okay, it takes the full blunt of that.
Maybe you just
Okay.
nicked one of the heads on the side.
Yeah. It's like kind of throwing a pebble at a transformer. It kind of just bounces off. Like there's a dent, but there's a mark, but it didn't really do anything. Anyway, it is now the mouth's turn. And it is going to multi-attack and attack Bodar 5 times.
Wait, I'm just gonna bring this up before the enemy attacks.
Alright.
Did Bugman, he was holding his turn for something to come up.
Alright, thank you. He is going to make his 4 attacks because he has 4 arms, so. Thank you for reminding me that. I almost completely forgot about Bugman. Nat 1. Another nat 1. What the hell? Yeah, he misses every time. Oh, wait. Okay, the last one he hits. Wow, he rolled terrible, though. I was like, no way. Okay. His blades seem to, when he pulls them out, ignite with fire, and he's going to go and swing.
Cool.
He deals 5 points of damage. But it is fire damage, so... And if you guys... I'm pretty sure meta player knowledge, you guys know what this is.
I have an idea, but it could be a different variation of what I think it is. So
I'm
That's
assuming
smart
flame tongue or some
thinking.
kind of magic.
No, I'm talking about the creature with multiple heads.
Oh yeah. It's definitely an Orochi.
So anyway, and it is so he made his attacks and he missed all of them. So except for that last one. So fire damage has been dealt to this guy. Okay, now the attacks he's going to put 3 attacks against the Bugman. I mean, pardon me, 2 attacks against Bugman and 3 against the heavily armored dude.
fair enough.
20 does not hit you. 20 again does not hit you.
Holy fuck.
Nat 1 definitely doesn't hit you. Okay, now against Bugman. Nat 20 definitely hits Bugman.
Oh.
And 6 does not. Okay. Wait, 6 plus 8. Nat doesn't still hit Bugman. Okay, I need 3 con saves from... No, I need no con saves from Bodar because he missed every time against you.
Yeah, I just stuck my shield in its mouth.
Okay, he successfully saved against his con save, but he's still grappled. So now the Bugman is being dangled around from one of the heads of the multiple-headed snake monster lizard dragon thing.
Alright, I'm gonna try to take that head out.
And it is now back to the top of the round. It is the Bugman's turn. He's going to use his action to make a strength saving throw. He rolled a 1. He is still in its mouth. Boldar.
Alright. It's within 5 feet of me, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, it's within 10. But you're a bugbear, so I'm pretty sure you have reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am 10 feet away, but because I am 10 feet away, I'm going to use my distance weapons, which
Okay.
are better for me. So I'm not going to use my mace. That's why I asked. So, hand axe is better, so I'm going to use my first hand axe.
Okay.
Oh, nat 1.
Oh.
You throw that hand axe, but you throw it so over the Hydra, and so far away, you may never, and into the bog. You're probably never seeing the hand axe again.
Okay, second hand axe. I'm just gonna throw both of them.
Okay.
This time I got a 25.
That hits.
Alright. Alright, that is 6 damage. Oh, I got really low on the roll, so 6 damage.
Where did I put that marker?
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1 on my roll.
Yeah.
Plus 5, which is 6. Yeah, hand axe has the highest chance to hit.
Ah.
But it's not as strong either.
Okay.
It uses strength, which is why it's more accurate, because my strength is higher.
Oh, there's. Okay, then it is now. If that was Brodok's turn, it is.
Yeah.
Jin, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to my staff of thunder and lightning and do the lightning strike.
Hopefully the lightning doesn't spread through the water.
No. Oh, I don't know. That's
That's up to
okay.
the
So
DM, and I
Yeah.
love adding realism into D&D.
I can use an action called a bolt of lightning to leap from the staff's tip in a line that is 5 feet wide and 120 feet long. Each creature in the line must make a DC 17 Dex save, taking 9d6 lightning damage on a failed save, half much on a successful one.
Okay, and a dex save, did you say?
Yep.
Okay. Nope. Go ahead and roll damage.
9d6. This is gonna hurt.
And did you hear me? Double it, because he's in water.
Oh, okay. It's
water and lightning either mixes well for the person casting lightning bolt or badly for the target.
Alright, so does it hit anybody else?
It's
I'll say
120.
anyone.
It's 5 feet wide, 120 feet long.
I'll say because it's gonna. Anyone within 5 feet of it, which I don't believe anyone except for Bugman, but is.
Yeah. I am shooting up
Bugman,
from
right?
an angle.
Bugman will.
Because...
I'm gonna say Bugman because he's technically not part of the creature. He won't take it. 5 feet within water. Oh, I just heard so many dice being rolled.
That's only 5. I still need to roll 4 more. 10, 9. Oh, that's 15, 19, 21.
Oh, I didn't see this. Oh, he still didn't save. Okay. I need to remember that this guy has advantage against magic, but he still didn't save.
So I said 21, 24, 27, 33. Yeah, 33, 39 points of lightning damage.
Double it.
Oh yeah, double 39. It. So 39. So it's 78.
Yep.
78 points of lightning damage.
Well, okay,
this guy's actually help. This guy, he looks like he has a big old black mark, and 2 of his, actually, how many of his heads died? 3 of his heads are now gone.
So are you gonna roll if the head that the bug guy is stuck in is gone?
I will.
Alright.
And the head that the bug guy was stuck in got blasted off, and he lands 20 feet away.
Well, at least he's free.
Staff of thunder and lightning.
Well, I was like thinking once Matthew brought up the whole water in effect, I was like, that could be very evil, and it could be very beneficial.
Yes.
Like, I'll remember that.
Well, we are waist deep in gunk, so I thought it would mean something.
That's my turn. I'm not moving off this tree.
Okay. We are down to the Hydra's turn. It is going to.
Is it gonna go after me or Bugman? It can't do both.
Yeah, it
Or
only has
maybe it
2
can.
heads now, so it can only roll 2. It's going to go after the bugbear in front of him.
Fair enough. Bring it.
Nope and nope.
Good.
Top of the round, Bugman. Bugman's going to move up to the multiple-headed snake thing, and that hits. So, there's the damage. He deals 12 points of. He deals 6 points of slashing and 6 points of fire damage to it. Oh, he's at 100 damage. He is looking rough now, this Hydra-looking creature. I mean, 3 of his heads just got blasted off, so it is looking rough.
Yeah, let me just say that Budar is impressed by this creature. Its martial prowess will be forever in his memory.
Do you think that, by the way?
He does think that.
You hear, you kind of hear in the back of your head a slivering, thank you. Kind of almost painful and sarcastic at the same time.
Alright, so am I getting the idea that this is the Bugman talking to me?
No, it is, yes, actually, you do.
Okay, so the Bugman is talking to me.
I was just about to say telepathic is all languages, correct? Or
yeah.
Yep.
I don't know how to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody can understand it because it's just the essence of the words appearing in their mind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the Bugman can speak telepathically, so.
Okay.
All right. I'm slightly confused, but I'm going to still attack because I'm in attack mode. So,
Jesus.
is it right in front of me?
Yeah, it's like it was 10 feet away. Remember, you just barely didn't get shocked by the lightning yourself.
Okay, so it was 10 feet away. It moved 10 feet towards me.
It has a range of 15 feet, so it did not move towards you. It just stayed where it was.
Okay, well then I'm gonna just stay where I am because I'm going to use my longbow at this point. As long as I'm not within 5 feet of it, I can use it regularly. So I'm gonna use that. Nat 1 on my first attack. Again.
Okay.
So that.
What? You rolled in 2 nat 1s in a row?
No, not in a row.
Oh, okay.
My first hand axe was a nat 1, and this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Arrow.
It went selling. That's right.
Yeah. So 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. So longbow, do your thing. 12 piercing damage, which is max damage.
Nice. This thing's looking rough.
So hopefully I hit one of the heads that tried to bite me.
You did, but it still has that head.
Alright, fair enough.
And it took fire damage this turn, so okay. Keep it. Jin, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going
Unless you had anything else you wanted to do, Boldar, I just thought of that.
Nope. This bug guy seems to be just as good at fighting as me, so I'm gonna not bother protecting him. Just as good as if not better than me at fighting, so I'm not gonna bother moving or doing anything else.
Ironically, it's ironically a CR-free creature. It's just been rolling really well.
Well,
the Hydra is CR3?
Yeah, Bugman's only a CR-free, and this
Bugman.
monster, this monster thing's a CR11. So.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we're taking it down, so I'm not panicking, at least yet.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yep. I just wanted to make sure that
I'm
he didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Which I do.
cast minute meteors. They create 6 tiny meteors in my space. They float around in the air and orbit for a spell's duration. Okay, I can on the turn I cast a spell, and as a bonus action on each of my turns after, I can send 2 of them
All right.
Okay.
at a creature or at something.
How much
Go
All right,
for
damage
it.
do they
so
do?
2d6 fire. And
Okay.
it has to make a dexterity saving throw. Take half as much.
All right. Go ahead and
So they
is it
auto hit?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Because
well,
Okay.
reaches
doesn't make that
or impacts a solid. The meteor explodes. Each creature within
both?
5 feet of the point where it explodes.
Okay. It both hit. Roll damage.
Um, 2d6. 2d6.
Hopefully they
So
don't
that
create a tidal
is.
wave.
They're not big. They're just.
All right. Fair enough. Go ahead. Say your damage.
Okay, so it takes 8 damage.
Okay, he's looking really rough.
And
But still in the game. The Hydra. Oh, I just said
I want
it's
to. I want to use.
not a Hydra technically, it's something else, but it's a variant.
It's very
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
I figured as much. Anything else you
Okay,
want to do?
I want to use. I want to use one sorcery point to reroll. Um, one of the damage dice
Okay.
because one of them was a 2. And
All right. Go ahead. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this thing dead.
yay! So it takes 9 points of damage and not fucking 8. No, no, 6. No, yeah, it takes 9 points of damage instead of fucking 8. Yay!
Okay.
I rolled a fucking 3.
Okay, it's still in the game.
All right.
That brings it to its turn. And it's
All
been
right.
dealt fire
I could have
damage,
used it
so.
on that one. Oh, I could use that empowered fucking shit on that one I rolled for my damn Eldritch Blast. I'm mad.
Oh well.
Fucking
Anyway, it's going to make its 2 attacks against Mundark. On that 20 hits.
Yeah, that's a for sure thing.
And a 23.
Yeah, that just barely ekes it out on me.
Finally, it's hitting.
Hopefully I don't go down from this, but
+5
Budar would have
is
at least said something about the potions on his
13.
body, so
Yeah, okay.
everyone knows that
I
there's
would assume not
potions on
enough.
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You take 26 points of piercing damage. And then
26?
yeah, it rolled really well. It rolled, and that's from both attacks combined, not just the crit.
Okay.
Now I need you to make
That,
2.
damn.
Now I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
I'm at 11 now. Constitution saving throws, okay.
Yep.
I got 20 on the first one and 16 on the second one. Did you need more than 2?
No, those are good. Okay.
Okay.
The first one you save from, so you only take 8 points of poisoning damage.
Alright.
You actually save
Second
on
one?
you save on both, so you take
Okay.
9 from the second one. 9 poisoning damage from the second saving throw.
So
Could have been a lot worse. It could have
so
been 19 and 16 poison damage.
Okay, so
But you saved.
that's I think I'm down from that. I had 11 hit points before the poison, so that took me down, right?
Oh, really? Yeah, that takes you down. Good to know. Then you guys watch as this thing opens its mouth as wide as you've ever seen anything open its mouth, and it just swallows Boldark.
Good thing Robot Man wasn't on my back.
Yeah.
Saves him. Okay, so save me. That is my one plea.
I'm gonna try.
Other than that, go ahead.
I already used my one big thing, which is that fucking lightning strike from the damn staff. I don't think I can do that again until tomorrow.
Let me check if you have anything else with that staff. I'm pretty sure. I thought
There's
you
a couple
did.
things, but they're I'm not within.
That was your
distance for it.
most. That was your most powerful
That was my
thing.
long, and that was my long range thing.
Oh yeah. Well, wait.
All right, so
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
all right,
Yeah,
so
it
that
just
was its
stuns
turn.
it.
That was its turn. Was it?
Yep.
Okay. So then it's my turn.
Yep. Saving throw. No, it's
Do I
Bugman.
have to worry? Do I have? Okay. Before Bugman, do I have to worry about stomach acid yet?
Not yet, because
Okay.
it gets to your turn when you has to. So Bugman is attacking 25. Wait, 23, and then one hits. So he deals. Oh, nice. Okay. This may actually kill him because it still has quite a bit of hit points. It's just compared to what it had. It's looking rough. Okay.
Tell us the damage, and if it's dead, then good. I'll be alive.
It is not dead yet.
Okay.
And now it is your turn. So at the beginning of your turn, you take 6 acid damage.
Which equals 1 failure, right?
Yep. Go ahead and roll a death saving throw too, actually.
Alright, get me out of there. Death saving throw, death saves. I got a 9, so that's 2 failures.
God damn. Oh,
So you
don't
can
worry, buddy.
save
I'm
me
gonna
this
get you out of
turn.
there.
Save him.
I'm gonna get
Hopefully
you out of there,
Bugman knows what a potion is.
Okay. It is now Jin. It's your turn.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna try to fuck this thing up as much as I can. All right. First, I'm going to send 2 more meteors with minute meteors. Let's make a deck save.
Okay. Nope.
All right, cool. So that's 2d6, and that's my bonus action. Okay, so it takes 8 from that, and then I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay. Sorry about the train.
It's cool.
Hopefully when we get wherever we're going, we can rest up.
He has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that time he saves.
Okay, so he still takes half the damage. Pretty sure I have more d8s. Hold on. Okay, that's 2. That's fine. So that's 10.
10.
He takes half of 13, so he takes 6 from that.
So that's how much total damage from all that?
From the minute meteors, it was. Damn, how much I roll for that?
Did you roll for that?
I think he did, but I don't remember what his.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was 8. Yeah, because it's 4. So yeah, I rolled 8 from that, and then I wrote that was so it's 8 plus 10 damage total.
Okay. Not quite enough. Okay. So then it is.
Fuck, I tried.
We're back to the creature's turn. It is going to kind of realize, okay, it's gotten its meal. And it's going to try and sink back into the waters and go away.
So Bugman's within melee, right?
Yep.
So he's gonna get him.
He does hit it. So
Get him.
If I didn't use both those dimension doors, I could have storm sphered his ass.
Unfortunately, he does not quite deal enough to cause him to puke you up, but he does deal some damage.
Hopefully he dies. This thing dies.
You've done 141 points of damage to it, and it has 182. Just so you guys know.
I'm dead.
Oh, it has to die. Oh, we have to do a whole 40-something more points. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm dead for sure.
It's definitely looking rough. It's just compared to what it's originally had, but it's definitely still in the game. But because it is hurt, it's going to try and run away and just kind of keep its meal that it's gotten. So it is going to wander back into the swamp marsh.
Alright.
But I'm going to roll one last d20. This place is dangerous and full of terrors. Oh, okay.
I like
Let me
that.
guess, a huge alligator just pops up and bites this thing's head off, and I live! And I live.
You
So what
guys
happens
watch.
to it?
You guys watch as another almost bug-like creature bursts out from the swamp. That's even bigger than this Hydra creature, and just brings like one giant claw and slams it down onto it. And you see the bugbear come flying out of its mouth, going like
Yes.
60 feet away. And this creature is just in a wrestling match now with this bug creature.
Okay.
You are still unconscious. So,
Bug.
but go ahead and roll one last saving throw. And let's see what
Wait,
happens.
doesn't bug person go before me?
It is bug. It is. It is. Okay. He's
Does
going
he know
to.
what a potion is? Does he know what a potion is?
I'm going to think real hard. I hope he knows about those fucking potions.
He does know about the potions. He does know about the potions. He's going to fly over to you. Because he does actually have enough movement to get to you. He is going to. Yeah, he's going to pull out your potion and dump one down. Let's see how much he heals for.
I was that close to death.
Yeah, actually, in all honesty, if I hadn't pulled some DM bullshit right there, you were dead.
There's two one shots where
you heal
character
3.
died.
You heal 4 points. You're at 4 HP. You rolled the absolute minimum you could roll.
That's fine with me. I'm gonna second wind.
Okay.
When my turn comes around.
And that was his turn, so it is now your turn. You see about 50 feet, 60 feet away from you, this massive bug battling this Hydra-looking monster thing.
Alright, so I'm first gonna stand up if I'm not standing up already.
Okay.
Was I on the ground?
Yeah, you were, like, floating in the water.
Okay.
Because this is marsh.
Technically, I wouldn't have been floating, but I'll get up anyway.
Oh, right, you would have been sinking.
Yeah, I would have been at the bottom.
I'll say you landed.
Don't make it worse.
I'm going to say you landed in a shallow enough area where, like, you were still above water.
Well, I wouldn't have drowned anyway. It's not long enough for me to drown anyway. So I get up. Second wind. How does that work? I forget.
1d10 plus your fire level.
1d what? Sorry?
1d10 plus your fire level.
Oh, d10. Okay. Plus my fighter level, which is 8. So d10 plus 8. I was thinking about using it before that, but I was like, no way this thing is going to do that much damage to me in one turn, and then it goes ahead and does that. So, I heal 12. 4. So, 16 health. 4? Yep. 16. Okay. I'm at least better than I was, and I'm going to move as far away from that climactic battle as I can.
Yeah, and you watch as it just brings its fist down again, the giant bug thing, and it just smashes what's the remains of that Hydra. And it picks it just starts dragging the Hydra off. It doesn't really seem to be paying too much attention to you guys, because, you know, it has a much better prize. and it just starts. It sees you, but it's like, why would I bother? And
All right. I'm alive. I'm alive.
yeah,
All right.
that was just a random encounter.
I'm gonna pat Mr. Bugman, and I'm gonna say, "Thank you."
And that you hear in
And
your
I'm gonna
voice,
be. I'm gonna.
don't.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
hear
be
in your
thinking that
mind,
as
don't
well.
mind. Yeah, you hear in your mind, don't mention it, or something along that line.
I
All right.
I yell from the tree that I'm sitting in. Hey, you all right? I have your backpack over here, and I pat the big metal man.
I live.
Like, go hard.
That's all he
Yeah.
says.
And you hear Bugman mentions briefly in his mind, might want to get out of here before more predators come to fight over that corpse.
I simply nod and I look up, seeing if our sorcerer friend is gonna come down or not.
Actually, I need all of you guys to roll perception check too.
I think I'll stay up here. I think it's a mic safer.
All right, I'm gonna roll perception. 12.
The same. No, 11.
11 and 12. You guys actually do see a brief shadow of what seems to be something flying towards the direction of where that bug is dragging the corpse of the Hydra.
Yeah, no, let's get the fuck out of here. I hop down the tree and I take off.
He's 100 feet up and there's no other branches. How does that work?
I'm gonna dive in the water.
Actually, yeah.
I'm gonna dive in the water.
Make a Constitution saving throw. Because you're still coming in from water that high. It might cushion it, but you're still going to take some damage.
What about Metal Man? I'm gonna stand under Metal Man, and if he knocks him off, and I'm gonna try to catch him.
Okay.
You say Constitution saving?
Yep.
That's 21.
Let me roll damage. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as you just hit into the surface of the water.
All right, Metal Man's coming.
And
What do I gotta roll?
You roll dexterity saving throw.
Me, Dex?
Yeah.
Alrighty. 16.
Okay. You basically, Metal Man comes colliding into you like a rock being thrown 100 feet. So,
Alrighty.
hang on.
Do I take damage?
Yes, you take 12 points of damage as Sinbad slams into you.
Does he take any damage? Or did I cushion his fall?
You cushioned his fall.
Alright.
It transferred into you.
So I have 4 health now. And as soon as this happens, I sort of stumble a bit as I catch him. And I say, me need rest now.
You guys see another shape fly by, and then you hear the sounds of battle in the background.
And then as soon as I hear that, I say, but let's get out of here first.
My back.
So I'm gonna start moving at full speed, carrying Metal Man out of here.
Okay.
I'm moving directly away from where the fighting is. If that's the direction where we're headed, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just
in fact
getting
the
out of
direction. Yeah, you guys are heading
Okay.
in the opposite direction. Bugman's leading you as quickly out of this marsh as possible. Many bad things. Keep eye out. Many bad things in here. Well, it's best to get out of here as fast as possible. He says in all of your minds, because he realizes that's a better way to talk to you.
All right. So
He needs to spell tongue when you have telepathy.
yeah. I still have 4 health, so at any point, if we need if we can rest, that would be nice. At least a short rest, so I can spend hit die.
From what you hear, that the swamp is like, this marsh is like the last place you want to be standing still.
Alright, so we're gonna move until we're safe.
Danger.
We're gonna move until we're safe. Okay.
I mean, he said there are some trees in here that he knows of that you can climb and they can be safe. It's a lot safer in the trees, but there are a few of those creatures that he talks about, the flying ones. They're a bit dangerous up there, but there's more cover at least up there.
Okay, I'm gonna think where settlement.
He says it's about an hour there's about an hour more of marsh, and in the settlement is about 2 hours after that.
Alright, so I just think, get out of marsh. So, let's get going. If there's any roll you gotta make to get out of this marsh, let's do it.
Okay, you guys do not encounter anything else in the marsh. You managed to get out of it safely. Do you guys want to find a tree and climb into it and get a rest?
I'm pretty good. I don't get my spells back after a short rest, so I don't really care.
Well, your tank needs HP, so.
Well, if you want, it's completely up to you. I only used like,
I could just use potions if you don't want to rest, but I wanted to save.
It's up to you.
Okay, I'm resting. I'm stopping. I don't care if you want to keep going.
Oh no, you should.
But my guy's gonna stop and use his hit dice. So 8d10 is what I have, I think.
Yep.
I'm being a fighter. So I'm gonna use some d10s here. 1d10 plus con, which is my con is 1, so d10 plus 1. First d10, heal 9, which is more health than I have, more than double health that I have at this point. So 13, that's just from 1 dice. I'm going to use at least 4.
Okay.
So, next one.
I'm going to use 1 too. I may use 2.
Another one. Another 9. Another one, 10 this time. And another one, 6. So I'm going to add that up. 13. 13 plus 9 plus 10 plus 6. I'm at 38. I'll use at least a couple more. I'll use 2 more. Okay, 2 on that one. Gah. 6 plus 2 plus 6. Okay, now I'm at 46. I'll remain there.
Yeah, okay, and you guys are hiding in a tree. Make perception checks as you're hiding in the tree.
Alright, so how many?
Just 2.
Both of you just him.
Both of you, unless one of you is taking a nap, which I doubt.
I'm not taking a nap. I'm just bandaging my wound.
Yeah, you guys are just resting.
Alright,
Okay.
2 perception.
19 and a 21.
Okay.
I got 6 and a 21, so whatever he sees on his second thing, I see too.
Okay, as you guys are watching, like, there's apparently a lot, like, the Bugman talks about how a lot of times in the swamp there will be creatures. There's so many predators in the swamp, a lot of times when something is killed the way that was killed, it will start a feeding frenzy, which will draw creatures from almost, like, 20 miles around to it. And he says, just be lucky that we got out of there before the really bad ones started coming in. And then he gestures for everyone to be all of a sudden very quiet. And he points down, and you see this massive behemoth creature below the tree, just walking below in the direction of the marsh.
Well, now I know why they have fucking telepathy.
And he says, and telepathically, that was a bad thing.
As long as it's not coming up to us, I'm just gonna keep bandaging my wounds at that point.
Yeah. And then about an additional half an hour later, you see a very similar looking creature, but this one seems to be just radiating rage, and it seems to be bigger than the other one. It seems very hungry, and it just keeps on walking in that direction.
Alright. I'm just gonna keep an eye on them. As long as they're not coming towards us, I'm not gonna do anything.
And then Bugman mentions telepathically, "You picked really bad place to wash up lost."
I'll just nod.
And then he kind of is just quiet, and then you guys get your short rest, and you guys can continue.
Alright.
And by the way, now that you're up in the tree, which even though this is a bigger tree, it's not as big as the ones you were, but it is still big enough, and it seems almost as if the tree branches are big enough to walk on, and they almost seem to make in the canopy almost another level, like that you can walk on stably and everything. It's very interesting. And for a fact, he's gesturing for actually to do that, because it's safer in the trees than it is on the ground.
I think to myself, why you not think of this in first place?
He's like, because there wasn't really a good place to get into the canopy before now.
Motherfucker!
He just.
The hell do you?
He just nods, frustrated.
He was supposed to. He gestures towards his wings, but he points that the metal man would have been way too heavy, and he didn't know the goat man had could teleport that far. Like, he has no knowledge of magic, so.
That's fair.
Yeah. Because you only had to teleport like 60 feet to when you first met him, so.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I actually didn't know the range of Dimensional Door either, so.
It's like 500 feet.
Yeah, so, like, with that, you probably could have gotten to the canopy, and he could have just met you guys up there, but, yeah.
I can only take one person my size with me. I think
so he would have had to probably.
I don't have a higher
he
level.
He probably could have carried Sinbad with him, or Jim. Anyway, so you guys are up in the tree. You guys are going to be traveling by the trees now, because he suggests that it is much safer now that he knows it's a possibility.
Alright, so we go for another hour or 2 hours, as you said.
Yep. And he does keep out because there are still dangerous creatures in the trees, just nothing nearly as bad as what's on the ground. And you guys eventually come. And you guys haven't even gotten close to finding out anything about that object that the king wanted.
Yeah. We're not worried about that at the moment.
You're worried about survival.
I personally, I think that captain guy, he was supposed to tell us. That's what my character's thinking. Whether or not that's true, I'm just thinking that this metal man is supposed to be leading us, because he was leading us through the ocean, so he must be the one who's supposed to lead us to where we're supposed to go. So
anyway,
my guy's entire hope is in him. So. Let's get there.
So as you guys, about an hour after you've started traveling, you come to what appears to be kind of a treehouse looking thing. No seemingly life, just treehouse. Bugman kind of looks at it questioningly. This made out of dead wood.
I think to myself, is this where we supposed to be?
No, one more hour. This not supposed to be here. Made out of dead plants and trees.
Want me to investigate?
I'll come with you, but I wouldn't mind investigating.
I'll walk in front of everybody this time to make sure that if any of those big creatures come, I at least have a shield in front of everybody.
Yeah, okay.
You are the shield.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm gonna continue walking, look back and forth, see if there's anything that catches my eye.
Okay. As you go in to open the door to the hut, which it appears to have been locked at one point, but it seems like something with claws burst through the door. Anyway, so, and it seems to, you're not sure what the architect around here would look like, but it seems to be made out of crudely made, by something that would have came from your guys's, country. Like, it seems to have architect more akin to that.
Okay, so somebody's been here that isn't us.
Yeah. And you open it up, and it's very dark, but because you have dark vision, you do see, like, the torn up remains of, like, it's a skeleton, but it appears to be an elven skeleton.
Elven skeleton.
And then further back you go, because there's kind of a back wall, that leads into another room. You see a goblin skeleton and what looks to be a human skeleton.
Well, since I'm akin to goblinoids, I'm gonna go over to that one, see if that one has anything that I'd recognize as useful to our kind on it.
You don't, and it was sitting at a desk, and it looked like its rib cage looked like it was stabbed through from behind, so it was probably working on something when it was stabbed. And you do see, in fact, a blood-stained notebook that looked like it was in the process of being written on when it was killed.
Is it written in goblinoid language? Or is it in common?
You check it, and you kind of get a little annoyed because you're like, oh, a goblin, I surely can read this, whatever's mysteries are here. You look at it, and it is totally written in a language you do not understand.
Can I walk over, take the book from him and look at it?
Yeah.
Do any of you speak Celestial?
Yes, actually, I do.
I don't.
Oh, lucky you. You know that this was from one of the first expeditions of one of the ships that first set sail that mentioned they never came back. They talk about how the ship was attacked by some sort of tentacle giant creature and then attacked by these smaller ones. There was a group of 13 that made it to the continent, but by the point they got here, they'd been killed by several other creatures along the way, and they decided to make a treehouse here. For safety, they started constructing it, and then it's just basically a journal. This guy was named Giggles Pufflefoot. Yeah. He seemed to be kind of documenting the livestock. Like, he talks about how there's these giant spider creatures that live in the canopy, and it's really the most dangerous creature that you have to worry about in the canopy. Doesn't really seem to make much webs. It's more of like a tarantula in that sense. It makes webs when it's nesting, but other than that, it just wanders around the canopy. It has big old claws at the end of its legs. Best to avoid, it mentions. Though it's not as bad as like the hydras or those bug things that you saw down below.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not nearly as big, either.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is while he's reading that book, I'm gonna start searching the other bodies. My culture's pretty used to just killing people and looting whatever's there, so
You find a pouch containing 15 gold pieces, and it's pretty easy to find. It's pretty obvious. And in everything else, like the clothes that they're wearing, at one of them was wearing leather armor that was probably very well made, but it's been torn apart. Sadly, the one out there was actually wearing half plate, and it was also too damaged. It's destroyed too, etc. Most of what they had, if it wasn't very small, and for a fact, most of them just have journals, which is one's written in Elven and one's written in Inferno. So yeah, very weird that they're not using. You find it very strange that none of them are written in what you would imagine the base languages of that race would be written in.
Alright, well, I'm gonna pass any of the journals and stuff to the smarter guy, see if he can read any of them. But otherwise, I'm gonna pick up the damaged half plate, because Metal Man is made of metals, so perhaps this might help at some point. So I'm gonna take that.
Okay, yeah, okay, and yeah. Then there is
So even though it's
there's an unopened closet, by the way, in the back of the room that you find
unopened
with a
closet.
lock on it.
Okay, so before I go to do that, I'm gonna give the pouch of gold to sorcerer guy, just because we're here for gold. So I'm gonna give it to him. It was 15.
Yep.
Okay, so we're here to get paid, so I'm gonna give him that.
Cool.
And he can just hold on to it. He can keep it if he wants, all of it if he wants. But for now, I'm just gonna give it to him. He can do whatever he wants with it. I'm gonna approach the closet cautiously. I'm gonna just look at it just from the outside, see if there's any signs of anything like being inside there that might be alive.
Okay.
Like put my ear up against the door, maybe that sort of thing.
Hey guys,
You
I'm
don't hear
sorry,
anything.
but I'm sorry. We might have to wrap this up soon.
Yeah, okay. I was actually going to end it off here, and maybe if we even continue this, continue it at like a later point. Maybe.
Yeah. Can we at least see what's in the closet or find out?
Sure. I was going to leave it at that. It's not much big, but here. You don't hear anything in the closet, breathing or alive.
Okay, so I'm gonna open it. If I don't
It's
hear
locked.
anything.
Do you just
Okay,
break the lock off?
Yeah, I'm gonna break it. I have a strength of 20. I can roll if you want me to.
No need. I'm like, you strength of 20, you just break the lock off.
Alright,
You
so
open the lock, and inside you see this one, like the others, looked like they'd been eaten off the flesh. This one still has some rotting flesh. It looks as if someone was locked in here and basically, because, something came in and killed everyone else, then starved. And you see a tome in here.
Alright, I'm gonna pick up the book and give it to the only person who seems like they can read anything in here. And then, is there any other items with this skeletal being?
You see a big red potion.
I look at him like, why do you keep bringing me all these?
You can read. Me can't.
Not very well, but okay.
Alright, so you said
I'm a speaker, not a reader.
There was a potion in there?
Yeah, a red potion.
Okay, so I'm gonna add broken half plate, just in case we can continue this another time. Wait. And red vial is what I'm gonna call it.
Yep. And it's big. It's about four. It's about the size of a big good wine bottle. Yeah. Mm. Or like one of those supreme healing potions from like Skyrim. You know the size of those. It's like very similar to that. Yeah.
Alright, so I'll just take that. Unless if the
Yeah.
magic user wants to identify what it is, so
I don't have
just
identify.
okay, I'll just put that away then. And
And by
okay.
the way, the tome, by the way, that you see, it does have spells in it, but it's all written in Draconic. So, mm. Like each
I'll
one
speak
of these is
Draconic.
written in. Yeah. You feel something magical coming from this book, but it's yeah, it's in Draconic. So.
Alright. So I guess we'll end there for now. At
Yep.
least I'll save
You guys at
this.
least have a nice place to rest for the night. Because, by the way, the sun is now beginning to set, actually, in the game. You've been traveling for a good amount of hours.
I'm gonna save this character sheet just in case. We'll talk later to see if we can organize it to finish it.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good.
And make sure you keep track of your items, because those books might be coming in useful later. You never
Okay.
know. So just make sure that you have like various journals written down somewhere, possibly, and then a magical book that, and that 15 gold. We're here for the gold, so take that gold.
Well, I was
But
not intending to almost kill you guys in the first session.
well, it's
EA for
fine.
random encounters.
It's fine. I would have taken the death if you would have given it to me, but
I, like, literally went out of my way to prevent a death from happening.
but as long as it
I'm like,
fits in your world, I'm fine with it. But
which it does, because, like, there's, like, this world's, like, the whole thing is, like, this is, like, an extremely harsh and deadly environment.
all right, fair enough.
Uh,
So, any last comments before we go
any
for
advice
him?
for me? Nah.
I was fine with.
Um,
I'll just say that I was fine with death. So if you would have given it to me, I would have been fine with it. But
yeah.
whatever.
I would say. Yeah. Oh well. Wait, if I remember later, I'll try to just tell you. But other than that, have fun, guys. I'll catch you guys later.
Yep. See you later.
Peace.
Alrighty. See ya. I
Bye.
suppose. Unless if you wanted to talk to me about something with the main game or this.
Actually, it's something I did want to bring up. Is if you guys do happen to die, because it's going to be really hard explaining why all of a sudden there's a half-orc or something, unless they're a survivor or something from another place. So I actually do have a set of races that come from this continent that are playable. So if you guys do die, like this bug race is actually one of them. So
Any other ones?
there's a minotaur-like race, a wolf-like race, and a troll, what I call the trollkin, because they're related to trolls, and an undead race too. So yeah,
I'd be probably interested in the undead one if I ever die.
they're
If
called
I
the
could,
unlicened.
if my character dies and turns into one, that would be cool too.
Oh, that could work. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. See you
Alrighty.
later, man.
See
you
ya.
next week or whatever we talk next. Bye.
Alrighty. Fair enough. Bye.